Yo guys, long time no see. Um, I'm making this video because I have to actually talk about a very important topic that so many people are falling into a certain trap nowadays, and I just can't believe it because it's just against logic, but it's happening. So I'm hearing all those people now. I don't say anything is especially easy or like that you can do it and it's just do it. It's not so simple in many cases, but for example, most people I know, especially, um, that are not very successful already, me included, we prefer working remotely. I'm an entrepreneur, having two companies. Uh, the second one is growing now. The first one is kind of big for a small company, so to speak. Like it's having some capital. We got some finances, so it's I can sponsor the second one partially from the first one, so it's going kind of well. And I got many other projects on the run, and nothing came especially easy. Nothing came extremely easy. Nothing was like magic. I had some luck in my first company, if I have to be precise, because we found sponsors very soon after I actually started it. Mm, excuse me. But it still wasn't like super easy. It some effort was needed, some dedication. We had some bad days at the beginning. I mean, it was hard. It was harsh sometimes. 16 hours per 24, like each and every day night, for a week or two, several times a month. So it's like you are working most of the time like that. So mm, burnout is real. Experience for a second. Okay, we're good to go. So and stuff like that, the usual, the usual stuff, the usual problems. You have to face them. Then you're growing, learning from them, scaling, etc., etc. But nowadays, so many people are like many friends have tried it. I have tried. The youngsters are very much like so to speak. They're more open to opportunities. They're just trying, just testing, and then they don't actually fear so much the result. Like they are just trying because they have seen that they have observed that they have that experience. They got that experience that actually when you try at some point it will eventually work. Most probably, like in 90% of the cases, it will, to a certain point it will work. You start understanding the process, and from there on it will be easier for you to actually um, get the idea how to proceed and take what you want to accomplish your goals. Um, and nowadays, so many people are even, like for example, online jobs. It's something that's going, that's on the market. Like I don't know, maybe 20+% of the people changed their regular 9 to 5 jobs to fully remote jobs for richer outer of their country companies for the, like, the richest countries, like for example America. um, so many companies got perfect opportunities for um, other countries from uh, out of America. So it's kind of many Europeans are just getting those opportunities because even the most developed countries here, except maybe Switzerland, Luxembourg, there are some countries that have competitive wages to compared to America, but there are very few of them. Even Germany, even like France, many people from there are still wanting to work for American companies, and they got this opportunity, and it's just uh, one hand away. It's just in their room where they're living, on their laptop, on their PC, on their MacBook, etc., etc., etc. Even phone sometimes. There are super simple jobs that require only one phone, and they're still average to good paid. Some of them, of course, you need some skilling, but you know you can get to that. You can always like um, manage to literally scale a little bit your skills, so you'll be ready to go like in no time at all. Nowadays you only need English and some technical skill. You have to be technically, so to speak, literal. Some technical literacy to operate a machine. It's that easy. Even if you can learn simple coding for a week or two, I don't know, something like that. I guess even for a couple of weeks, you'll be on a certain level. You can, the basics of Python, for example, you can literally learn in a few days if you dedicate your time to that. And now still so many people are like, oh no, I don't really believe, especially here in Bulgaria. Many people are, I don't believe it's so easy to find an online job. But you have to grind to go to interviews, to actually apply to many jobs, etc., etc. Yeah, of course, it's the same on the market. For a regular job, it's just the same. You got some skill set and you're applying, you're competing with other people. It's only normal, but applying for online jobs, you can just go to a platform and you can apply for like, it's limitless. Practically, you can apply for like 60 jobs, and you can now after that decide where you want to go and decide if it's worth it, if it's worth your time, it's worth your effort, if the money are enough for you, the wages okay, the salary, maybe if you are freelancing, can you make the income that you desire, etc., etc. But it's practically super easy. If you dedicate yourself, you get one job. Very soon enough, you can get a couple of them. It's super easy. It's practical. It couldn't be much easier. I mean, it's not like, okay, I already got a job, but what's like that in life? It's like it's working that way. You're facing some competition, you're facing some trials, you have to show some skill, you have to make some interviews, of course, but even that's some kind of skilling. Yeah, when you apply, you're understanding more how the HR jobs are actually working, and what is required for certain kind of niche, or certain positions. And you can also most probably you receive some information what is your best options, what are you actually most capable of doing, what you'd be headhunted for, because you can, for example, think you are a tech guy and you are very good at IT codes, for example, you know how to copy code, but for example you may be a very much better marketing guy. You may actually got much more potential in with your communication skills, with you selling products, making offers. It's more like selling is sales, but making offers, making the right offer, selling yourself, for example. And some people may decide you are not actually a good IT guy, but on the other hand, you are perfect for marketing. So you may need to skill a little bit more for that cause, but maybe you get even more money. So uh, it will be once again your choice, but things like that happen. So I don't understand all those excuses. It's like nowadays we are each and every one of us, even if we are totally irregular, um, was ladies and gentlemen, actually we can um, always stick to one simple rule that all of us are kind of entrepreneurial. All of us. It doesn't matter who you are, what gender you are, etc., etc. Your skill set, even your education, it's not so important. Nothing else matters so much. The only thing that matters is actually what you wish to do, what are your goals, and the only second thing that's perfectly mandatory for the task and to complete it in the best way possible is actually to have patience and kind of to be like, it's not so much about passion, but to be consistent, to some consistency, and just not giving in, not giving up, and it will be like, it will cost you no time to get your, for example, let's put it that way, career growing, and from there on you're already having some privileges, some options, some new options, some doors are opening, so you are growing even more. And I'll say it's perfectly easy if you are just consistent to like get what you want from life at least to a certain percentage, for no time at all, like for a year or less. But you have to just believe in yourself, believe that you can do the job, you can actually grind your way to out of the black, so to speak, out of the hole, and to just be consistent in growing, scaling, because it's very bad idea to just maintain a low level. You have to continue growing. So, but that's only my advice. Of course, everyone can decide. But you can reach, like, at the very beginning you can start from around $3,000. It's like super easy to get a job that's paid per month. It's very important. Per month, it's like super easy to find that kind of job. Like most people that got only English and some technical literacy can get to that point in no time. If you apply for, like, for example, 100 jobs, you'll get approved for at least one. You have to go to some interviews, maybe you fail some of them, but at the end of the day, most probably, I think 100 is much more than enough. Like, maybe 10 to 20 will be just enough, but I mean, maybe you can get the proof from the first time. I have only applied for 2 positions, manager positions. I just wanted to see. I can't actually go there because I don't have that time with my companies, but just to see if they approve me, go to the first interview, and my CV was like approved instantly, and go to the first interview and passed it with flying colors both times. So practically I got 100% chance, 100% approval from 2 positions, but I haven't applied much, and my CV is a little bit I'm a little bit overqualified for that position because it was like junior management level. It was like, the middle of the management actually, but it wasn't C-level management. It was like nowhere around senior managers and director. It was like more like the guys that are the middle man between the senior management and the other leads of the different departments, etc., etc. So it was kind of, the positions aren't especially nice and rewarding because there's so much stress in them. But I wanted to try with my CV. I practically have been entrepreneur my whole life, so I don't have so much expertise from any specialist job, and even management I have done, but for my company, so I'm doing it the way I actually know how to do it. I have improvised at the beginning, so that's where I'm still, because I'm still improvising. I never actually got to some strict rules of management. I'm just like talking to my people, and we're doing arrangements. It's super easy for me, and it never failed, by the way, because I have a very social way of talking to my cooperatives, so it's super easy to literally have some nice communication. And I'm very much focusing on the social component of the work, so everyone can feel like a family. Practically, one big crew, so um, it doesn't feel always like that because we're going in our separate ways in life, and we are doing job together, and then we are not meeting so much anymore, not doing those team builds because we have all agreed, not all of course, some of us are meeting more often, but we have agreed that that's also some kind of like stress that we have to meet very often, and we all got other friends, so practically even that's not mandatory, so I'm very happy about it because sometimes it's kind of cringe to have super um, so many meetings with your practically boss, um, with the man you're working for, so we decided not to push it so much, and I'm very happy about that because now when we meet, actually it's super cool because it's like those meetings of the family when all of the family members from different cities, different countries, etc., etc., meeting at one place once per year, for example, every 6 months, every 3 months, or something like that, and it's like we literally have started missing each other. Um, of course, during that time, we are hearing each other very, very often. Sometimes we meet each other, but only business, only talking about business, only on business topics. Never, very um, few of the times we are having person, for example, drinking a beer after that, and it works. But that's not the point. If you are a very like a collective that can always meet and have dinner together like once per week, but it's not mandatory, because many companies are doing it like that. It's like you have to be there, you have to always go to the meeting. But if it's not the case, it's perfectly fine also to actually share your feelings without feeling that you are pushed to say something, to be talking in a certain way, to put that mask, just to be open with all your colleagues. It doesn't matter if they're on your bosses or they're working for you, it just doesn't matter, because that's just a formality nowadays. I love the ad hoc model where it's a lean model. It's like everyone is practically on the same level with a little bit different characteristics in the salary. And for example, in our company, my first company and my second company also, and all other projects, most of the other projects, we know the exact salary of others. We know how much exactly others are paid. so we don't actually have any policy against telling each other how much they are paid, and that's working the best way possible. We never had big conflicts, but of course there are other ways. That's the organizational structure of the companies. You don't actually care about that when you start. Uh, you're starting, for example, your career or a new job, but just get rid of those excuses. Don't don't preach that it's hard. It nowadays still, because it could become really hard very soon. We don't know when, but for now, it's perfectly easy to get your hands on some good money, especially to start with, and do whatever you want. Be the happiest person doing your job your way, the best way possible. You can also want more control. You may want some more order structure, so you may want to even serve better. So there are different profiles, but no matter what your requirements are, your personal desires, your personal wishes for job are nowadays, you can easily find all kinds of jobs if you are at least a little bit qualified. Now, I'm a person with also two master's degrees, and practically both of them are on economical, you know, it's economical environment. The last is gamification. Before that, bachelor sociology, trade relations, and how was that now in English? International trade relations is my first actually master's degree, and before that just trade relations, and sociology is my second bachelor, and my second master's degree is gamification. So practically I have invested much. I have dedicated much time, and I have actually um, well, literally put much work in my scientific experience, not cause it's like I'm not using those diplomas for my job, especially. I mean, I can apply them, but it's not mandatory at all. I don't do that, but education gives you so much. It's not only the contacts. Of course, you are learning so much from people. You are literally earning experience. It's the the science is working in a special way, making you more organized in certain, like, giving you more opportunity to know how to make the best research possible. And when you are actually soon I'll be starting PhD, if everything goes right. Uh, Once again, gamification. That's something, gamification in business. I already got some idea of my, was that now in English, dissertation maybe. The work for the PhD work. uh, and yeah, so practically I may want to start using more correct terms, because it most probably will be in English. So yeah, I got to get to the topic very soon enough. But I still got some months, so I'll be prepared when I actually apply for that, and I hope everything goes fine. And you know, I have to scale a little bit and skill in the marketing, digital marketing especially, before doing that, because I just want to get a little bit more expertise, and I'll do it my way. I'll do it on my own. Mm, but science is actually education is giving you different perspective, and I like that very much. Don't get me wrong, you can do it without actually graduating. It's not mandatory. I'm not using my diplomas for anything except maybe some reputation, because after all there are so many entrepreneurs that are literal gangsters, so they don't have any education, and some of them are super legit. They're doing their job perfectly, so that's the most important thing. But they have very strict environment, so it depends. On certain meetings, some people just love them, but some people hate them. I have absolutely nothing against most of those people that are doing uh, their legit business. Absolutely, why not? And there are also other people that just didn't graduate. No problem. If it works, it works. It like you're giving an example. If your example is fine, it's fine. You don't have to actually have anything other than that. Your success is your best graduation in life, because yeah, what else do you need after all? But on the other hand, if you, for example, decide to actually practice some kind of science at some point, you decide to go in more scientific way, and if you don't have the background, you won't be starting at your 30s most probably, and it's extremely interesting for me. For example, it's like that kind of mental workout. It just sometimes so it's so natural for me. It's like I'm feeling enlightened from so many of that. Like when I start dedicating my time, part of my time to science, it starts like some kind of light starts glowing, and feeling like I got my wings. And I don't. If you don't know about that feeling, and if you don't care about it, don't worry. But if you know what I'm talking about, I think education is still a very nice choice, because it's giving you some kind of inner stability, inner peace. At least it works that way in my case, and less stress. Many people, many entrepreneurs actually like stress, but I am not from them. So I think I, I am working the best when I'm kind of calm. I'm not under tons of pressure. Because when the pressure is too high, I'm still working well, but because my work actually is involved in art is involved. So I'm writing scripts and scenarios. It's like I need to be a little bit more meditative. I need to be a little bit more calm. That gives me another perspective. But I can also work under pressure, but I don't prefer it. But I think nowadays many people actually work better under stress, and there's nothing wrong about it. If you feel that way, well, put some stress on you. Why not? But just, just literally avoid any excuses. Cut the excuses, and you see your life will start shining in very soon, like in a few months for sure. Uh, just put the targets and follow them consistently, follow the path consistently. You'll get to what you deserve soon enough, and you'll be thankful for that advice. If it's your second, third, etc. opinion, I'm always happy to help. I can give even more precise um, advices or precision involved. But I think that's enough for now. Around half an hour. I wanted this movie to be around 10 minutes, so I hope you get the most from that, and I hope that actually it was by somehow helpful. Keep your head high and do the best you can. I am sure you'll get where you want very soon. Thank you very much, guys, and see you later.